if we've been wronged or had a lot of wrong done to us, we can struggle to make sense of the why. Why did it happen to me? It doesn't make sense. So let's do an EFT tapping on me swallowing. So when we've had a lot of wrong done to us, we struggle to make sense of why. Why did it happen to me? What was... No. The question of why and why did this happen to me can actually... When we've had wrong done to us or a lot of wrong said to us, we can struggle to understand why. Why did this happen to me? And I've kind of forgotten the topic of this tap. What was it? Struggling to make sense of nonsense. Okay. When we've had a lot of hurt done to us, we can struggle to understand why did this happen to me, and struggle to make sense out of seemingly nonsense. So let's do an EFT tapping on struggling to make sense out of nonsense. So taking full responsibility for your own well-being and repeating after me, and let's go with that flow and begin to tap. Even though I've had a lot of hurt done to me, I've had a lot of mistreatment and a lot of misunderstanding, and I struggle to make sense out of the nonsense, and I love, forgive, and accept myself, even though what was done to me was senseless, and I struggle to find meaning in that, and that meaning really hurts because it really doesn't make any sense. And I love, forgive, and accept myself, even though I might have many labels, many definitions that try to define my experiences, that try to make sense out of nonsense. And I still love, forgive, and accept myself. All this senselessness. Why did this happen to me? Was I a bad person? Was I deserving of these actions? Was I deserving of this hurt? Why did they do this to me? Because it really hurt me. And I'm struggling to understand. I wanted love, and I got hurt in return. And it just doesn't make sense. There might be many justifications I make, both for myself and for the other person, as a way to make sense of a situation, as a way to find meaning in it. But it just seems senseless and without meaning and without a sense of humanity. Because all I'm left with is hurt, confusion, and a mix of emotions where I either blame myself or blame that other person. And my emotions are awash. My senses reeling as I try to make sense out of nonsense. As if to say, that if I find my why, I might get my resolution. Some type of resolve. Some form of release. Because now I have an answer. An answer as to why it happened. But does that why really justify? Here are the reasons why I hurt you. As you can see, it's perfectly logical as to why I hurt you. And when I hear that, it just doesn't make sense. And it might make me more angry at the other person for being so senseless, so insensitive to my sensitivities, to my right to be human, to be respected, to be loved, and to be cared for. And here I am, trying to find a why to a senseless act. And maybe it's not the hurt that happened to me. It's a hurt that happened as a result of the hurt that happened to me. And I'm carrying that hurt. And I'm carrying those questions. That even if the other person gave it to me, would it give me some peace? Perhaps I want some peace by releasing the hurt, these sensitivities that I carry within me, without understanding, without seeking a why. I don't question if I've got a broken leg. I'm aware if I've got a broken leg. And now I start to heal the broken leg. If I'm aware if I've got some hurt in me, rather than seeking outside help from those that hurt me, as a way of understanding, I can start to give some compassion to myself and turn inward for healing. Healing that hurt. It's deep within me. And little by little, I'll reduce it every day. And how I view this world, through very hurt eyes, might start to reduce as I reduce this hurt within me, or this insensitivity, and all this external finding of meaning. I might find that within, by releasing this hurt, by connecting to myself, by giving myself meaning beneath all these demeaning words that were said, so I can be me again, powerfully me again. And do I want to seek the answers from that hurt? Or do I want to attend to my hurt and start to release that? So I don't become the label that I've been defined to be. I'm still a human at the end of the day. And I'm releasing some negative human experiences, so I can get back to some positive human experiences. I give myself some sense, find some common sense within me, rather than seeking sense and nonsense. I'm releasing this hurt in mind, body and spirit. And taking a deep breath in and out. So yes, sometimes we can try to find some form of answer or some form of meaning to what has happened to us, but what has happened to us is in the past tense. So it's attending to what is in the present tense, what is in the here and now, of what we can start to change, and learning from those experiences so we don't go into other experiences or avoid experiences where better people might be in those experiences, but unfortunately we discovered not so good people in those experiences. So reducing the hurt within may start to find some good within and find likeness of goodness around us. So I'm Dion from Eflowtion Support Services. I offer EFT Tapping one-on-one online. Check out eflowtionsupportservices.com, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.